Straight.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Melon and Meta. Tonight we have Vanessa with us, and so we are going to wait for people to enter so we can get started. Those of you that are on Facebook, I'm going to cut Facebook off. I included the link so that you can make sure that you're, entered into YouTube, because I want all of the traffic to come through YouTube. That way I'm sure that I see your comments, and I make sure that we can go ahead and respond.
Absolutely.
Whoever is in, if you can comment and let me know if you can hear me. I think the mic is on, but I want to double check while we're waiting for everybody to pour up their drinks and join in.
Don't forget to roll up either.
Oh, I'm sorry. Roll up. For sure, for sure. I actually can test it. Okay. Yep, you can hear me. Never mind, I can test it on my own. Okay, so while we're joining, tonight's topic is going to be on life in the rich and famous. No, just kidding. It's going to be about sex and being able to be comfortable, being sensual and sexy, and being yourself and being a woman, and how it doesn't interfere with any other title that you have. That's perfect. Oh, they love you, Ness.
I love you back.
She loves you back. So, let's see. Should we start where you, let's just say, not a negative influence. Let's just say Vanessa starts people young.
Oh, man.
Let's just say that I was young and I was innocent and I was so very unaware.
I don't know about innocent, but you know, she was ready and eager and willing to go. So all it took was just a little bit of persuasion. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And see, that's why you don't put seniors with, what was I, sophomore?
Probably so.
You don't put seniors with sophomores because, honey, we had the back of that class sewed up. It was
so
me, you, and Risha.
Risha was there.
Who
Let's see. I think the king was with us too.
Akimi, my best friend. Rest in peace to Akimi.
Absolutely.
But yes, another bad influence in my life that made it so great. I think so.
Look at you.
I'm just saying.
Look at you all grown up now.
I would hope so. I'm old as hell.
Good things.
Come to those who put in the work. I'm just saying. So let's see. Let's start off with the toast while everybody is joining. So tonight we are going to toast to stretching. Before you start.
Hello. You don't want to rip up nothing?
No, you don't. Unless you have a good deductible, then it might be worth it sometimes.
If you want to take a little time off of work, you know. Go ahead and pull that muscle.
I never thought about that.
Absolutely. Pull that muscle.
I need a leave of absence. Okay. So stretching. And we're also going to toast to being comfortable doing whatever the fuck you want to do with whoever you want to do it with. I'm just saying, numbers don't actually matter to everybody. I think you should just enjoy yourself and do whatever that you like, but always be safe.
I still live off of the slow YOLO. You only live once. Live your life to the fullest. Enjoy it. Like she said, be safe while you're doing it, though. There's a lot of options out there on what you can do to be safe. So make sure that you're using at least one of those options to be safe.
Yes. So that's our responsible part.
And now let's get to the kinky part. Huh?
Now let's get to the kinky part. So I'm going to share, and if you have a special relationship with Vanessa, you can share in the comments, and then we'll go ahead and share it. And I won't read them out loud because as I begin to drink, I probably won't be able to see it. But I'm just saying, I will share it on the screen. So I'm going to share the first thing that Vanessa taught me. Okay?
Uh-oh.
And there was a tutorial.
Uh-oh.
In the back of this classroom.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
So,
I don't remember. Uh-oh.
You don't remember?
Uh-oh, I don't remember.
I did it on my wedding night.
Oh. Oh, drop and swirl. Oh, shit.
Swirl.
Oh, shit. Had to go back to
That's
it.
what it was. So for me, the first thing that she taught me was the drop and swirl. And I absolutely did it on my honeymoon. I'm Just saying. And it kept him until the day after, so I guess it worked.
Hey, dropping it. You gotta have good knees for that. I don't know how good my knees is to drop a swirl these days, but honey, let me tell you that drop a swirl was something else.
So I could tell you,
Tell me.
if you do it on the floor, it's a little bit easier because I don't have a good back. But if you're positioned on the floor, you could do it a little bit easier.
Y'all hear that? Position on the floor.
It
Drop and
then you got to swirl, and then you kind of bounce back down.
We was Megan before Megan was Megan. She don't even know.
I'm just telling you.
She don't even know.
I need these new people and these new kids to stop acting like they making stuff up.
They ain't brand new.
I had Megan needs since I was born.
Y'all don't mind if I smoke up a little bit?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Can I thank my friends?
Absolutely.
I want to thank my friends over at Royal Blunts. They dick your girl up. They make sure I'm smoking good. They got me with the blunts and ashtrays, and I got the rolling trays and all that good stuff. Make sure y'all reach out and get you some Royal Blunts because they're number one out here right now.
So I will tell you, I am super, super excited because since I started my channel, I did the little test drive first before I fully dived into the LLC because those people have 2 and 3, they lying because they're expensive. Okay? Before you even make $1. So I tested it first and then I went ahead and did the launch. Since I've done the launch and started going live with the stuff I really, really wanted to do, I got a whole lineup already. And with that lineup comes people offering different things. So if you come on this show, or if anybody asks you want to support them, I'm just telling you, once you say you're doing a podcast or anything on YouTube, child, they'll be offering you all kind of stuff just so that you'll mention their name. So
I'm here for it. Look, I'm here for it.
Take it, but do the right thing. Like plug it on the right show. I'm saying, don't just take everything. Discretion.
Make sure you get permission.
I'm just saying. So, Vanessa, when did you become comfortable, like, with your body and doing whatever you want to do, unapologetically?
Honestly, let's see. I would say probably after I had my kids, I became very comfortable with my body and just, doing different things. I still was kind of in the church mode to where my mind was set, like, you can't do certain things, you can't do this, because if you do, you know what they say, you're going to hell. Hell, we not going to hell if we do these things, especially if you're doing them, as they say, married, but don't hold to the married part. Just enjoy your life.
I'll say that, so my thing is, I am also very much so a Christian, very much so never going to be Jesus, very much so absolutely never going to be God. So here's how I feel. This is how I feel. We sin every day anyway, right? So I think that if you're with somebody for an extended period of time and you two are the only ones dating each other, I think that falls under, you said, to love, right?
Does that also fall under that we've been together and that's the only person? Are we married like biblically?
I think so. Because it doesn't matter what license you have. It matters if you've made a connection with somebody and you committed yourself to them, right?
Say once you lay with somebody, you've married them.
That's what I thought.
How many of you married? Oh, let's not keep the number to yourself.
See, now I was trying to make it good and you still going to bring it back to how many?
How many? Like, ooh.
But if you didn't get no divorce, I'm saying. See, by the time you try to figure everything out, you'll be old and decrepit with spider webs on your shit. So I'm just saying, live your life and live it comfortably and do a bunch of shit. So I will say one of the things that I don't particularly care for, and I really haven't cared for, is sex toys. I don't like sex toys because for me, I am married. And I would say the last maybe 2 or 3 people, I don't need no damn sex toy. I'm going to need you to come in here and do what that sex toy does. I don't need that damn sex toy. I want the whole thing. Got a little, yep. Little piece. Just a little piece. I think that the whole man, like the whole experience, like I want all of it.
You don't want to add to it?
I can add to it. So that is something that I've learned, that I'm okay with adding to it. But in the midst of adding to it, I'm going to need you to not stop what you're doing.
Facts. keep going.
Yeah, don't get lazy.
Don't watch me and enjoy me.
Yeah.
No, stay in the groove with me.
That's what I'm saying.
We about to let this thing go together.
You talking about an attitude? Ooh. Oh, I was stop in the middle like, do we need to reset? What just happened? You having a stroke? Like, yeah, don't stop.
Toys can be, you can add them. Let me tell you, toys also can help you not add to your number. That's one thing you can do. Everybody is really popular with, Rose is really popular right now.
Do you have one?
I do.
Okay, do you like it?
Normally I carry it in my purse. I carry it everywhere I go. When people ask about the rose, I'm like the walking commercial. I will break it out in my purse, like, here it is right here.
The purse for that?
In this little bitty case, looking like, the Beauty and the Beast rose. Yeah, it comes in this little personal case. And I'll pull it out. Sometimes I might even put it on the seat next to me and put a seatbelt on it. Because,
they say use protection.
It treats me very good. So I want to make sure that I treat it good. So, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely. It'll help you to keep your.
So what does it do?
There's a couple versions of the rose.
Okay.
So I guess the first rose, I didn't get that first rose where it just was the sucking action of it. So it had like different.
Like sucking on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could put it on and sucking whirlwind and do like whatever. That? Yes. Okay. The second one had a tongue on it that kind of wiggles like this. And it also has the sucking motion on it. So it wiggles, and then you can turn it over, and it could like attach to the nipple and like kind of. So if you want your nipple like a little sucked on, or you want a little, and it got like different speeds to it. So help me. So don't go on that first speed. As you will see those ladies on the videos who literally are over there knocked out and passed out from it, it's true. You will be asleep, thumb in your mouth, knock out. Your man could come in there and tap you all day long. You're going to be like, You didn't have a relationship with the rose. You didn't cheat it. That's why they talk about putting hot sauce in. That's why I kind of keep it in my purse. I want to make sure it's safe.
Put hot sauce on it. So they trying to set us up?
I seen a meme. Somebody had put the hot sauce in the rose. Don't fuck with the rose. Leave it alone. Let me tell you, fellas, really, you want the ladies to have a rose. She's not going to go with nobody else. I'm telling you. Get her the rose. You talking about staying home. You like, hey, use that rose. She won't be going out with the girls.
I'm going to order one.
Look, agent said, let me order me a rose. You can't go wrong with it.
The case and everything. I'm a right.
Wait. I got a friend who sells the roses, so I'll make sure that
we always buy
it's kinky something. Kinky Couture. That's Kinky Couture.
Okay.
And so
we're going to tag her after we're done with the live. We're going to make sure to put her information. If you want to get a rose,
she's black.
Make sure you support her and go ahead and get the express shipping.
Yes, absolutely. She'll take care of you right away.
Can I drive over there?
You can't drive over there. Okay. She's based out of Texas, but let me tell you, I ordered my rose, and my rose was there within the same week. She does not play. She gets your stuff out.
Okay.
So, Courtney, I appreciate that.
Okay.
Courtney Reed is her name, and Kinky Couture is her name. So.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and order from her. We're going to be patient, ladies, and we waited all this time. So we're going to go ahead and wait up to a week. And in the meantime, we just going to Google some shit and prepare ourselves. We're going to stretch. Because let me tell you something. A good orgasm will make your legs go out. So we're probably...
Now, listen, there's other toys besides the rose. You got your old school tongues and all that kind of stuff. Don't forget about like the pearls that you could out and do all of that.
Let me tell you what happened with the pearls. Okay. You missed it. So at the BBW event, my brother got footage show. He did production for the BBW event. I'm telling y'all, I'm going into all kind of business.
But I see my friends was there too. I said, wait a minute. I said, oh man, I missed out. Work. I'm tired of my job.
This girl, she spread her legs and it was flashing lights everywhere. And I was like, I only had one drink. And I'm like, did anybody? Okay. So at the end, she pulls the beads out and then sticks them in her mouth. It didn't register to me until later that was the damn glow that I saw.
The beads was
the beads was like, ooh,
wait. Snatching
So for
up.
her whole dance, you know what kind of Kegel exercises she had to do? The whole time. Because it wasn't no little strip.
Wait, I'm in
It
here.
looked like
I'm in here
that
right now
part.
doing Kegels
I do
right
them
now
all the
as
time.
we speak.
I do them all the time.
Trying to figure out if I could hold something in that
Baby,
long.
listen.
Ooh, shit.
The whole time. She did her whole performance, and I think they did 3 minutes. He'll to tell me if I'm wrong, but I think they did 3 minutes and moved around everything. Laying on the floor, spread eagle, lap dance. I mean, you know, who is that? Strange pose, everything. I mean, like her legs was open. The shit never came out. And then she pulled him out at the end, and I said, now I'll be damned.
That y'all know that little saying when that lady be like, honey, we had a time tonight. That when she pulled them beads out, baby, she was having a time tonight. Ooh.
So what do the beads do? Because I thought that they were just for like Kegel exercises, but for them to go like be lighting up and stuff, they have to do something.
So, you know, they touching up against the clitoris. So as they're pulling out, it's bumping up against that thing. You can actually get an orgasm from them beads just sliding out like that too. So she probably was over there leaking from the beads. Yeah. It does that. Clutch your pearls. You know how they say clutch your pearls?
So
she was clutching them pearls that night, baby.
So I had my pearls to wear with my outfit, and then my spirit told me, Asia, you're a Delta. And you wear these pearls as so my subconscious wouldn't let me put them on. But I was going to put them on because that was going to be my thing. I was going to be clutching my pearls.
Clutching her pearls. My goodness.
Baby, when she put them damn things out in that, y'all know how connected line hair look. The thing folded is about this long. So just imagine it was the full length of it. I said,
oh, it would have been nice if she would have had somebody come up there and pull it out for her. Would have been even better for the show.
She should have. And then I would have probably perfect score, but the slip and slide bitch got it.
Did she?
She but the whole fucking real slip and slide and had somebody at the end of the slip and slide, and she ran and dove into the bitch's pussy.
Ooh-wee. I gotta learn some new tricks.
So every time it's an event going forward for all BBW events, they have BBW battles. They have different themed events. One was a dungeon party. I am partnering with the owner of the organization. Me and my brother will be going into business with her. So you'll see a lot of stuff from me coming for that. And most of all, because I feel like people are going to be looking like if Asia does it, then it's okay to do it. And not that it's anything special about me, but I'm one of those people that was like, you can't do this, you can't do that until marriage. And then even in marriage, it's a couple of things that I will not do. I just won't. They're not for me. That's why I won't do them.
That's my limits.
I'm just saying, everybody does, and it's okay, right? So in this particular space, I want to bring the class to this space. I want to learn this space, and I want to highlight all of these beautiful women too, because BBWs, we've been the it thing.
Everybody want a little BBW. I don't care what
everybody got one. That's who they cheating on their girl with. But what I'm going to need them to do is start respecting BBWs. So just like even with skinny women, it happens across the board.
Absolutely.
If you're going to disrespect a woman, you're going to disrespect them. And hide a woman, do whatever your cliches are. But the particular ones that I will be working with, they are beautiful, they are smart, they are doing all of these things. And so I plan to highlight them. So that will be a huge component of the Melanin Madam brand. And I'm super fucking excited.
I hope that I get to be a part of this team because this BBW want to stand over here on the side too.
She finna be with me. I'm just saying. Get your shit in where you get it in.
New beginnings. and don't. It's gonna be fun doing this. Now
I plan on traveling with shit too.
You talked about hard limits.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your hard limits that you're absolutely just like, nah, I can't do this and I won't try it?
Anal sex. I'm not doing it. Most of all, because one, I just don't see how the pleasure could be there. I get what the whole anatomy is, and we've had that conversation before. But for me, it's a hard pass. I'm not doing it. I don't want to try it. I don't want to nothing. Because even when you having sex and you accidentally slip and do other stuff, I have literally broke up with somebody for an accident. Because I can no longer trust you. You're not aware of how to handle yourself. I can't trust you.
I said he might slip up and just.
It probably was a mistake, but I can no longer trust you.
So you've never had the 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink.
1, 2, carry the 1. No.
And no. Do y'all know what 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink mean? 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. So
yeah, no.
I
don't like anything related to anal anything.
Not even a tongue.
No.
Not. So you no.
That literally is so everything to
I'm
me.
Like, no.
With women, it's mostly mental, right? Which is why we can actually not cheat, not go out there and be promiscuous. If we're abstinent, it's generally we can do it, much longer than men because it's more mental. So if we're on something, whatever's in our head, that's what we're going to stick to. So for me, I think that because it turned me off so early, that even when I tried to consider it like, maybe this would be good because so many people that I know actually like it, I couldn't bring myself to mentally absorb that.
Let's see, like occasionally for me, like I like occasionally going to that area. Not much.
It's more feelings there or something.
It very much is like the biggest. I think I've had the biggest orgasm doing that part, but it takes a duel. So sometimes it's backdoor entry with a toy being inserted on the clit. Different things to keep. Yeah, and you have to be in the mood.
The feeling there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So once the entry happens, then I think it's a little bit easier.
That's what I hear.
So the person has to really have you relaxed. If you're not really relaxed, it's going to be hard to get in there. So if you're tense, just think tense and you clenching and
that's why I don't think I could make it. Because here's the thing for me, I've been married 5 years. So a little more than 5 years. I've only had one person. My husband happens to be 6'7", and I'm 5'4". Automatically, I'm just saying shit. I can't even mentally make that happen because my tutu is still tight. So my tutu is still
tight too because I don't do it often.
What I'm saying is it's still tight. So even sometimes my husband, I have to be like, white flag on the play.
Too much.
So to think about the one I've actually used versus the one I haven't, I can't mentally wrap my mind around this shit. Like, to your point, I hear over and over and over that you can't be tense, you have to be relaxed, but nothing in my spirit.
Has nothing ever said while you were doing it, like, made your mind go to it, like, maybe I will try it right now?
Absolutely.
So that's when you try it. When your mind
says
ready to go for it, that's when you have to go for it.
But I don't desire to do it. I think that just like when you're having sex and you be like, I love you. Like, it wants to come out like that. But I don't know why. Maybe that's during the kinky, the real good sex where my eyes is in the back of my head. I done have so many drinks I can't feel nothing but my toes.
Let me ask you about that since you say that. Do you mean it when you're saying it, or is it just right then in the moment that you're saying it?
I don't mean it.
So it's all right to say those things during sex and don't mean it, right?
I don't know.
I mean, I think so. Like, you can say,
I feel like it's a turn on because
he wants. You think he might
knows
hear
for
it?
sure. Like, he knows for sure. Like, I literally, like, in my original vows, I wrote it in my vows, but I enclosed it in where only we knew, and then I ended up taking it out because I felt like my ass is silly. I felt like I was gonna bust up laughing in the middle of giving the vows, and I wasn't gonna be able to regroup. Probably true. So one of the acronyms that I did use in my vows is I promise to always fuck you, feed you, support you, and ride for you. So those were my acronyms, and those I could hold a straight face, except for the one.
Say he was looking forward to that one. Like, yeah, that's the one. That's my favorite one of all.
I'm just saying. Do you feel like no? What's your
my hard limit?
Yeah, your hard limit.
Okay, so my hard limit is So you know how Biggie sings in a song, he like, so the bitch, she wanted me to shit on her, so after I shits on the bitch.
I forgot about that kind of stuff.
That's really my hard limit right there. I can't do nothing when it comes to. One time before, let me tell you, something happened to me before. So one time before, I had a gentleman, and he said that he liked to see women take dumps. And I was like, what?
I thought that was Caucasian people.
He was black. Black people do this too. I couldn't believe that.
That's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
I was like, whoa. So he was like, do me a favor. Go to the bathroom, set your camera up, your phone up, and take a shit, and I want to see it come out. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God. Now, I'm intrigued now first, right? I'm intrigued because I'm like, who wants to see shit come out of somebody's ass? And this is a sexual turn on.
Right.
I don't know. So I'm like, I tell a couple of the homegirls, like, hey, yo, this is what's up. And they like, hey, go in there and do that shit. And I'm like, so I'm young though, you know, at this point in time, I'm young. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try it. I went in there to go try to do the shit, right? I couldn't do the shit. I was locked up for 3 days. I couldn't take a shit for 3 days.
See what I'm telling you? Your body goes into shock with I told you.
I was like, that's my hard limit. I said, I can't mess around when it comes to anybody asking, let me take a shit on them. Nah, I'm going to pass on that. And matter of fact, I don't even want to talk to you no more. You're not even my friend when you get to talking about taking a shit or let me see some shit or this is the shit. No, sir. I'll pass.
A hard pass is a hard pass, and it will shut your body down. I'm trying to tell you, so you just prove what I said.
It shut me all the way down. So I'm just saying, well, if that's your hard limit, that's your hard limit. And if you have a hard limit, don't let nobody sway you into doing something that you don't really want to do. No means no. So if you saying no to that, no.
Hi, Mom. I agree. So that's the other thing. Let's move into that. Men saying, or even women saying, okay, so here's my caveat. This is my story.
Hey, Mom.
My feeling is, for those women that say, what you don't do, another woman will, or another woman to take your man because of such and such. Here's the thing. If you being willing to do any and everything kept a man, why are so many of you unmarried and single? Not just one baby daddy, not just two, sometimes three. But you the one that's doing everything for nothing.
You don't got to.
That was the answer. Men are fickle as fuck. That's not the answer. But if he could cheat with you and you're going to do something that his wife don't do, or the person he really doesn't do, look, I'm just saying.
We live in a world now where it's not even just men. It's women too. So, I mean, it's vice versa. It could be a man or a woman. So
I'm trying to tell you. So I think that everybody should start living in their true self and really stick to something if you don't like it. And then if you decide you might not like it with that person, and let's just say you get with your husband or, you know, your wife or whomever, and then you do want to try it. You don't owe an explanation to no fucking body, except for if you're married. You do owe one to your spouse because you should be communicating because you're one. Other than that, if you don't like something and next week you hanging from chandeliers, you out there on a stripper pole, knock yourself out.
Enjoy it. Be the best chandelier swinging, stripper shaking, and all of that. Do all of that.
I think you should do whatever you want to. So before I turn 50, let me tell you, before I turn 50, I am going to become a mother. That's one of the things I'm going to do, obviously, in the next couple of years for that. But then I'm going to get my loose skin removed from losing weight. And then you're going to find me on a pole. You are. You're going to find me on a pole, and here's the reason why.
How come we can't go get on the pole right now as big girls? Because they out there doing it.
No, I still want to be this size. Let's just make that clear. When I say I want to be a thick woman, a plus-size woman, I thoroughly enjoy being the size that I am, minus the skin, and only because of the different things that it causes. But other than that, like my waist is in here, but the skin is around it. So obviously I want that gone. It's not comfortable for my back. That's the only reason. Other than that, I do not want any piece off my thighs. I don't want any piece off my hips. my arms, I really don't care. I enjoy being a plus size woman. I really do, and always have. So that's not the reason. The reason is simply that I need to make sure I can hold myself up because of my back.
Got it.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only reason. But a part of Melanin Madam as well is we are going to start doing little pole dancing classes and lap dancing classes because I want women to be comfortable being women. At the top of the list is you being sensual and sexy and beautiful and all those things in whatever capacity that it is. You could be in a damn role like Mama's Family and you come out doing the right thing and your man will think you're amazing and beautiful.
Oh, they saying the muumuus is making a comeback. You know, the ones that got 13 kids out of them. So, you know, ladies, be careful with the muumuus. It seems like the fellas is loving them.
I'm just saying, I think that I really want women to just embrace being themselves. And more so, for me, I've done a little bit of research because y'all know I do my research. Black women have the biggest problem being comfortable in being who they are. And the reason why is because another black woman is standing right there ready to judge them. We are our biggest enemy. But guess what? They can only be your enemy if you let them be. So I, as an Asian, I have a nonprofit. Yes, I have multiple degrees. I work in corporate. I do all of that. But at the end of the day, I did all that work, and now it's time to be Asian.
Live her life.
Period. And whatever that means, that's what it means to me. If you consider it disrespectful, I can't do nothing about that. I can only work on what I think is, not doing something that's disrespectful. And to be clear, caveat, because if you watch this 10 years from now, what I consider disrespectful today might not be the same 10 years from now.
Facts.
I'm just saying, you have a right to change your mind, which is why you shouldn't be pointing your fingers at other people and judging the hell out of them.
When we say contract change, you can revamp them.
At all times. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Do what you like to.
Look, so I was just wondering. Here go the wonder part. No, I'm just playing with you.
That's me. I have a question. I'm not sure with 3 minutes. Oh, yeah, 3 minutes. Okay. So for the classes that we're going to do and stuff, those are going to be exclusively closed to only BBWs. And then I want to have it so bird's eye view that also if it's a particular group that is beginner, what I would call a beginner is somebody that's not comfortable at all, but they really want to try it. So maybe booking a class with their friends and then building it up to being with other people.
Nothing wrong with that.
I want to do it like that because I don't believe in forcing somebody in to do something they don't want to do, but they really want to try something. They just don't want to try it in the way that you continue to present it to them. So it's going to be a lot of care and a lot of planning surrounding these things because I'm never going to forget, because it was just yesterday, I'm never going to forget being that person that's not comfortable doing certain things because you're thinking about everybody else. So for me, it's not about making money. For me, it's about making magic. That's where the magic happens.
It's going to be a lot of magic going on. I mean, it's a lot of magic in the bedroom. How do you reinvent? Like when you have not been comfortable with who you are and you want to come back and you really want to find yourself back in the bedroom again. How do you reinvent yourself to do that?
So, I will say so I had back surgery right before I got married because I couldn't stand long enough to walk down the aisle. And then I got married a couple months later. And then obviously on our honeymoon, I was still in pain and things like that. So I drank a lot to get through it. But in that particular space, because you can't do the same things you could do before, you feel like inadequate. It's almost like if you give birth, how you feel after birth. So what I had to do was, honestly, I'm a big communicator. What helped me was to express it to my husband and to tell him those type of things, and then have good girlfriends that you could talk to that won't make it seem like it's just this. So that's a trigger for me. Okay. If somebody's saying, oh, it's just this, because if it's a really big deal to me and you're telling me it's just this, you minimizing it and you're making me feel like dumb, So for me, it was about talking to people that I knew that I could talk to that are comfortable, that could give me different tips like, oh, just start with this, or oh, just start with that. And so that's kind of how I started. And then remembering some of the things that I would see my husband watching.
See, now that here we go with the watching. Porn.
Yeah.
Do you like porn? Because I love it.
I like porn when I'm having sex.
I like porn all the time.
See, I don't, and this is that goes back to the whole man thing. Like, I want, if he's here, or that, and my husband is the only person I've ever even watched porn with, because he loves it because he writes erotica and things like that. He loves it because he just loves it. And in turn, he started writing erotica. Yeah, you learn a whole bunch of shit about your partner when you get married.
That's good.
That nigga is something else. So anyway, I learned to watch it with him because I wanted to incorporate myself into his world.
Are you shy when you're watching it?
No. I'm actually not shy with anything with Mark. I'm actually not shy with anything. I think the biggest barrier was being comfortable saying certain things hurt. Because after you have back surgery, more than just the restrictions that you might have, you're scared because you don't want to re-hurt yourself. And in my mind, my husband is the reason why I needed the back surgery.
Oh Lord, over here bent over, pretzeled up, different.
That part, he's the reason why. Although he's not, in my head, I went through a whole period where I thought
that's why
that
you
was
said it's important to stretch. To make sure you stretch it.
I'm trying to tell you.
So that you limber.
And let me tell you the best stretch.
Go ahead and take you a sip of something. Like this kind of make me a little aggressive. This kind of make me more of the lover, the dark.
This is the best stretch. After I drink, I'm a lot more relaxed because your body tenses up because of what you think will happen. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? You probably could have did it, but you're so in your head and not just relaxing that you can't do a lot of things.
So you and Mark have been together for a long time. How do you keep the flame going in the bedroom? Because sometimes I need that. Because I would like to keep the flame going in my bedroom, you know?
Right now, what would I do?
But I'm just saying, how do you keep it going? Because you've been together for, how you said you've been married for 5, but I know y'all been together
7.
Yeah.
7. And knowing each other and being together on and off for, I think, 12 or 13. Here's the thing. I don't think I'll answer the question the way I'm going to answer it, and then you'll know how that's incorporated into any marriage. There's such an endless list of shit to do. And remember, if you've ever listened to any of my other podcasts, I saved a lot of stuff for marriage. I specifically saved it for marriage. So not only is my list extensive with all the things that you see in the Kama Sutra book, it's also extensive with things that other people regularly do in their relationships. So I felt like because I had sex outside of wedlock, it was important to save like some of those go-tos that people normally do for my marriage. That way, so that was my virginity type thing.
So like head, did you say that for marriage?
No.
Okay, so I'm just asking.
So so that's a whole different story. So for that, oh my God. I actually told the person I told you about upstairs that this is going to come up. I told him this is going to come up. So my number for head is 2. 2 people in my whole life.
I won't answer that question. I won't answer.
So my husband being one of them,
that's a good number though.
It's 2.
But how experienced do you feel that you are with giving head?
Babe, listen. Okay.
With 2, I just want to know.
How long have we been eating big sticks? Do you like suckers?
Love suckers.
Are you retarded?
Okay. I suck good.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Like gargle.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
We've been sucking our whole lives.
All of that.
I'm just saying. You better implement some of the shit you've been doing.
You said
how do you take a big stick from the big to the stick?
Suck it all the way down, huh?
It's not rocket science, I'm saying. And all you got to do is keep looking up real quick and make sure. If their eyes is in the back of their head and they forget your name, there it is.
I was just, I think I was just having this conversation with my cousin over the weekend because she said that she wants to learn how to suck dick. She's like, I need to learn how to suck good dick. She was like, it's one dick that I want to learn how to suck, and I need to learn how to suck good.
Okay.
And I told her, I said, well, first off, I said, you got to like the dick that you sucking. I said, because if you don't like him, you're not going to suck good dick. So if you don't like the dick that you sucking, it's not going to be good. You're going to give it a 2-second like.
What if it stinks? What if it's ugly? What if you don't trust the person? So you wondering where it's been before you did this? Anything that you're trying to hurry up and get over with, I don't think you should do. Let's add that to the list as well.
That's facts. That's facts.
Because you should want that shit to last until you can't fucking bend, move, breathe, function, think, nothing.
That's facts.
I think so.
I told her, I said, that's where it begins. You gotta like the dick that you suck.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, it's a chore.
Right.
And chores are never fun to do.
No.
So you got to make sure that it's fun and you like the dick that you suck. And so that's where you got to begin it.
I think so. And for me, let me tell y'all what I do.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
I can't even remember what movie it was because I'm a couple in technically. So the first person to ask me that I actually listened to was the person we talked about upstairs, my ex. When he asked me for, I would say we started having sex in high school and we ended having sex when we ended having sex. So from high school until I was 31. That's when I did it, 31. I used to tell him, my mama told me sucking dick caused cancer.
Oh.
But I don't know what movie I got that from.
Ooh.
I don't know what movie I got that from, but that's what I used to say all the time. So
to get you out from sucking the dick, huh?
Yeah. It was like, Asia, that's some bullshit. And I was like, well, I'm not willing to take that chance.
I've told a person before, you don't have to suck dick to be in a relationship either.
No.
I was like, it's plenty of people who don't suck dick who are in a healthy relationship and do what they're supposed to do.
That goes back to, is plenty of people that do everything, nothing is off the table, and you still keep finding yourself in relationship after relationship after relationship. If that was actually the solve for it, then why are you in relationship after relationship after relationship? That just doesn't make sense. The same way it doesn't make sense to say that a man has to come to the table with X amount of money. I just want to make it clear, you can make X amount of dollars and still not have shit.
Facts.
Because you're not adult. You don't know what to do with it. You're not responsible.
It's
so much. Yeah, it's so much that goes into everything. So if any of the 18-year-olds are listening to this, do what you are comfortable doing. Even in marriage, do what you are comfortable doing. Because trust me, everything that you want, your partner is not capable of doing. Your partner will not do it. And your partner cannot do it in some instances. If it's something that you have on your list that's an absolute no, leave it there. But communicate it before you get like deep into a relationship. Because I don't feel like that's fair to leave somebody on,
thinking and they believe that they can get to that point, but they never will because it's your hard no. And if it's your hard no, they deserve to know that's your hard no.
Right. Or if you're just considering something. So if you're like, okay, I'll try it. We'll see how it goes. And you try it and you legit don't like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it.
And say it.
It should be pleasurable to me.
Everything should be.
It should. I don't think that oh my God. Speaking of pleasurable. First of all, let me just say, when I got married, I texted everybody from Jamaica and was like, y'all, last night we was getting it in and I said, oh my God. And for the first time, I didn't feel convicted.
You felt good. You felt good because your Christian ways was in the back of your head sitting like, I was married. Yeah.
I can say it now. Right. I was like, I don't feel bad.
And let me tell you something. I'm married too, and I'm still with the next person. Just divorced. So I'm not convicted because I'm still married.
Do what works
for me. Okay, yeah. See, in my mind, I go against all biblical beliefs. And I don't know why I do that. Maybe because I was raised in church. No, I'm just joking. I'm just saying that shit. But it's a lot of things.
Aren't you in the choir?
I'm not in the choir
anymore.
I ain't been to church in probably like 2 years. That's bad, huh?
You haven't?
Man. I mean, like, faithfully.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I stepped foot in the church, but you know.
Okay, being
like
a part of.
Yeah, being in
So you've done the appropriate thing because you're, reinventing your world. You pulled back.
I don't even know if it's reinventing my world. It's just that I just don't. Okay, I'm reinventing my world. I think my beliefs are a little bit different now, that I have a personal relationship and I'm not going off of doctrine versus, because a lot of things are doctrine, church based, and not biblical.
Because you don't read the book. I'll tell people all the time, don't read the popular verse, read the entire chapter.
Absolutely.
Because the entire chapter is going to tell you from beginning to end what it really is.
Clarity.
And I'm just letting you know, while like black people say, oh, the slave owners used the Bible to manipulate us. Well, so do our parents. So do anybody that wants us to do a particular thing. So it's up to you to read the whole chapter.
Absolutely.
That's our second responsible thing that we said this
We've been responsible.
However,
during this.
not drinking responsibly.
No, absolutely not.
So, what is your favorite position?
Oh.
Or you could do top 3 if you want.
I mean, it's really not a whole lot of positions when you're talking about sex. Either somebody's eating, somebody's bent over. I mean, you could try to act like it's a lot, but I mean, it's pretty much kind of 3 basic moves. You can reverse.
Mm-hmm.
You can ride missionary. Mm-hmm. Doggy style. I mean, doggy style is my favorite too because I got an ass that I could throw back.
Man in a whole
what
circle.
They say, roll it around. What do they say?
Throw that ass in a circle.
There it is. Throw that ass in a circle. See, I'm old, so I don't know all the stuff. But yeah, throw that ass in a circle. I like doggy style. Missionary, it take a lot. Missionary and riding. Riding is
flag on play. Flag on play. We got a question.
I'm listening.
Is eating cheating?
Oh. Oh, did she squirt?
So my answer is
did she squirt? So is sucking dick cheating? Because, I mean, if eating ain't cheating, sucking dick ain't cheating, right?
So, first of all, Wesley.
Ooh.
My answer is eating cheating. Eating is not cheating, but sucking dick is cheating.
Fuck that.
Let me tell you why.
Fuck that.
Because I could do one without the other, right? So I am in control, I am disciplined, and I am faithful. So I'm going to say in my world, the answer is no. However, men, you could show them a bra strap and they can't fucking function. So that's why I say sucking dick is cheating, because it's not going to stop there. It's going to go to other stuff, and that nigga go double back. He going to do all kind of stuff he shouldn't be doing. Men have to do more than women have to do. Like, they date, they have to take you out, they have to buy you something. So now you spending money that should be coming to me. It's cheating. That question goes deep.
I don't know, because it depends on the woman who he has to take out and because he don't always got to take that woman out. He could just be like, she could just like sucking his dick.
Most of them ain't never had a taco and they got sheets for curtains.
And that's all I'm saying. She could just like sucking his dick, and he don't never got to take her out. He don't never got to do nothing for her. So, I mean, I don't know. I think they both cheating.
Hilda, so you know I'm laughing on the inside, right?
I think you both got to cheat because one, I mean, if you swallow any of the juices, you cheating. That's all.
Okay.
That's all. Period. If you swallow the juices, you ingest it.
Okay.
So you ingesting the juice of the other person. Hell yeah! Because if I'm sucking dick, I'm swallowing. But did you just throw up in your mouth a little bit?
It's a no for me. It's a no for me. It's a no for me.
Is that another hard
However,
no for you?
that's a hard no. Here's the reason why. Okay, so it's bigger than me and you. Sir. It's bigger than me and you. So here's the problem. I don't drink milk. I don't drink Sunny Delight. I don't like that type of consistency is a no for me. As soon as it hits my throat, I just want to throw up. So it's not you, it's me. You can do other things with it though.
Well, you gonna let it just like fall from your mouth and let it no, none of that? None of that? None of that?
Nowhere near my mouth.
Men like that visual shit. Like, they want it falling, they want to see it spread
And
out
I
across
like
your
David
face.
deposits, but
You can't have them both. You can't always have it. Sometimes. Every blue moon is a special treat. Come on. Okay, listen. Facials are what it's good for your skin.
I heard that. So if you could just put it in this cup.
It's good for your skin. Now,
my skin is good anyway.
Now, if he just steadily smoking Newports and he gotta be healthy. He gotta, there's certain things that it will make it taste better for you to be able to swallow it. I'm telling you.
I don't like milk.
Listen,
and I don't even like.
You don't have to like milk. It's because it's not. It's not all right. But look, see, look. Look, what can happen is it can go in your mouth like that, right? And you can look what I'm telling you. Go like this. Take your cup that's right next to you real quick. Put it in your mouth. Swallow it. Quick. You'll impress him. I promise you.
I'm not looking to impress him.
You'll impress him.
I can make an impression. However,
that'll be the impression that he'll never forget.
I let him get it close to my hair one time. That was beyond love. Because
now that's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna put it in the hair because now that means I gotta go the extra mile on doing some other shit.
That whole part. Listen,
you can't do it with everybody either. It gotta be the special ones that it's not everybody. Everybody can't have that treatment.
Right.
So you gotta have the one that you want to do that with. I'm not saying be reckless and use your mouth on thousands of people because some people is reckless out here. That's what they call prostitution. They get paid to do that. Put their mouth on people, right? Don't be the whores and do it for free. And be on a lot of different people. I heard this boy say that the other day. He told this girl, he said, you're worse than a prostitute. He was like, a prostitute gets paid to do the shit that she do. You're a whore because you're doing it for free. I said, wow.
Men say some disrespectful ass shit. And let me tell you, fellas, let me tell you what you need to do.
I laughed at that shit because it was funny to me.
That is ridiculous and it is the truth. I've heard one say that before and I was like, damn, why you have to say that to her? And then I thought about it and I was like, it's the truth. With an F. It's the truth.
So Wesley, yes, eating is cheating because you're ingesting the juices of the person. So once you start ingesting the juices, I mean, you're taking them inside of your body. So yes, it's cheating. We may not feel like it, but I mean, when you ingest the juice, you've taken them fully inside of you.
Y'all are genetically connected now.
Hello, somebody.
That's
Hello, somebody.
When
they open up your stomach, guess what they gonna find? If anything was to happen, that's what they do. They're like, and the DNA was? How many DNAs inside people's body? Oh my God.
How does it come out?
Oh.
Do it just stay in there forever?
Oh. You probably pooped that shit out too.
Oh, because it went in your stomach.
Yeah, so it has to come out too.
Or your urinal tract?
Maybe that's something we need to look up. That's something we could come back with. Okay. If anybody out there who knows something about this, you can tap in right now and let us know too.
Because it's in the building.
Man, we need to know.
I wonder how does it come out of your body?
Because
Because blood doesn't come out of your body, it circulates.
Does it take forever to come out? Is my belly full of what?
What's the life expectancy of cum in your body if you ingest it?
You start looking at the girls like, oh, that's a big bitch. She got a whole lot of cum in her body.
So when big girls say, I'm just big like this, I don't know why, I don't eat a lot. Ooh, we're going to find this out.
Ooh.
We're going to find this out.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to judge people.
Please don't judge. Please don't judge me. Don't judge my
anybody.
Let me get in that gym.
I'm not going to judge anybody. I swear. It was just funny. I'm not going to judge anybody. So, back to before this question. We talked about favorite positions, and you mentioned doggy style. You mentioned, did you say cowgirl? Reverse cowgirl?
Like reverse cowgirl style.
What else?
I mean, there's different things. I mean, you gonna let the nigga put his foot on your back? I mean, on your neck and do all that crazy, the stuff that we see.
Oh, okay.
The stuff that we see where they really be putting their foot on girls' necks and like be doing the things that they do. I mean, I'm with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Tie me up, do whatever you want to do. I mean, just don't slap me in my face.
I can't do the tie up thing either.
Don't slap me in my face. That's a hard limit for me.
No, don't slap me. But choking me is okay. But not to the point like where I start to go. That's not sexy.
I don't like nobody touching my face because now I'm getting defensive. Now I'm ready to fight you back.
Yeah.
As soon as you hit me, I'm like, what the fuck? Now you drying the pussy up because you did slap the face. No, don't do that. Yeah, I'm with you. Choke me a little bit.
Yeah.
Oof, remind me.
That's actually sexy. And I didn't think that I would like that. I used to be like, but what if you die? What if this happened? What if
bring me back? Bring life back into
me.
And
then Mark did it one day, and I was like, oh.
Bring me back to life, please. If you take me out, bro, please blow it back into me.
I'm just saying. I need people to understand. There's certain things. You know what I think? Roll the 1800 twin. Certain things that I think that if your spouse or your partner doesn't have a hard stop or a hard no, some things I think you should try without saying it.
Yeah.
Like, try without saying it because then it will surprise them. Like being choked, I swear I would have never thought that I was okay with that because I was asked to be tied up when we first dated. And I was like, tied up? Nigga, I'll be waving the white flag, hanging off the edge of the bed trying to get away from you. That ain't gonna work. The answer is no.
We're going to need to get a Nell's opinion in here next time, too, because I want to ask the question because I know a lot of men feel like if you start to go playing like backdoor area, things like that, that it's a gay issue, but it's not necessarily gay when it's coming from a woman.
Like the woman doing it to the man?
Yeah, and I'm not saying entering because entering is, that's different. You don't really disturb the area like that. But I'm saying like, what if I want to drag my tongue and like tickle in between the little piece and the little piece right here, and he might feel so that's like you said, doing it unannounced. Like maybe I need to do this part unannounced, and he might find out he might like something a little bit different because I've done it on the sly,
Maybe I think that the first time you do something like that with men, I think that when you try something like with women, you try it and you got to go in, you got to give it your best because you got to make sure she okay with it happening again. With men, I think you test it first.
Do you think they're not willing to do it because when you get into an argument, you be sitting up there throwing that shit back at them like, hey, you wasn't even, when I was sitting up there doing that to your ass the other night, why did we do that? Well, I'm not saying I'm not saying that
I don't do that, but women do.
Women do that.
They do that the same way that you all of a sudden a hoe, you all of a sudden fat, you all of a sudden got too many baby daddies, you all of a sudden do too much. They throw out the worst shit ever. So when they done, when they
somebody said, please don't do that unannounced. I mean, I feel
that's Ronnie.
I feel that like, please don't do that unannounced. But I'm saying like, aren't you supposed to be free in the bedroom with your man or with your woman like you're supposed
except for the hard limits. But maybe, like, how do you comfortably start anything with the butt with the man? Like, massage his butt first?
Like,
and then if you don't jump off the bed, roll over, play dead, call the police, then
like I don't know if I want to I don't know if I want to like grip and massage. I don't want to do that. I don't want to like no, I don't want to do that because that seemed like woman shit.
Right.
I want to just like kind of play and tickle and like massage the balls, maybe like lick across them and purr on them. And
but how do you get to the butt from that with a man?
Because it's like a little line that goes like
you're
right
not afraid
there.
to get punched in the face.
So that's what I'm saying.
Because a natural reflex.
Like, am I supposed to go like this? Like, come up like, is it all right? Am I supposed to come up and say, am I cool to do that? Am I supposed to get the consent?
I don't think that.
Will he like guide me like and let me know like?
No, I don't think so because it's a lot of stuff that men haven't tried too. By the way, most of the things that men is like, oh, be free, do this, do that. It's something because it's something they're doing to you, not something you're doing to them. Reverse that shit and see what happens. Just like when they like, oh, let's have a threesome. You be like, bet. Let me call this nigga. I've been looking at him. I've been waiting. Thank you.
I've been wanting to have that DP.
Period. He be looking at you like.
So, but wait. You're not willing to see, when you call an extra man in there, I'm thinking now it's double penetration ready to go on, right? You're not willing to do backdoor entry, so it'll never be that double penetration happening.
For me?
Yeah.
It wouldn't. No. Well,
it would just be some other desires that you would
want.
You would just
suck one off. I got a picture in my head.
You would suck one off and then let one like do you while you suck.
Well, no, mostly they be taking care of me. But like I have a whole picture in my head and I've been thinking about putting it into an illustration so that I could send it out to my most valuable players. I'm working that out. I've been looking at this app that illustrates thoughts and stuff.
I mean, I just wonder about these things. You know what I'm saying? Double penetration, like that's nothing that, toy wise, would you allow that to happen?
Anally?
Yes.
There is a hard stop.
Okay, so
anything
I'm saying,
except I like to have my butt.
Oh wait,
trying to go to sleep.
She said she don't like toys, so yeah, that's a couple things that's off limits.
Yeah,
I had a bad experience with a toy before.
Anally? Well, period.
Anally before.
What happened?
Okay, so I don't know why I'm sharing this, but I'm gonna share it.
That's why I get people drunk and I have the good stuff.
I was young.
One thing Asia's not is cheap.
Look, I was young and I decided to go home on lunch break one time. So yeah, I was working at a school. So know that it was while I was young. It was my first school job. I went home on break. Did a split shift. Okay. Decided that I was gonna play with some toys. And play with a little bullet. I don't fuck with little bullets no more. Don't give me no little toys. And I'm not saying don't bring no big ding dongs either. I'm saying, I just like average size, But don't bring no minis. Don't bring no mini shit around me at all. Because I was playing with the mini.
Okay.
And I was having an orgasm that was out of this world.
Okay.
And I sucked the mini up. The mini was inside me. I had to go get on the toilet and try to get the mini out of me. Because how was I going to explain to the world, to the doctor, that I'm on lunch break? How was I going to call my boss and say, boss, I'm on lunch right now and I got some shit in me that I can't get out of me?
Because sex sent me to the ER. Have you seen that show?
I have not.
Could have been on.
Oh, I could have been on that shit. Man, I was on the toilet praying to God that motherfucker would come out. I never messed with another mini toy in my life.
You mean like the ones like
this? The little bullet? Yes, and I sucked that bitch up because I had the biggest orgasm that I was having because I was playing with two toys at the same time. One on the clip, one sucked it up, bow, had to shit that, acting like I was shitting. And it came out. I was so grateful. I was able to go back to work.
Exercise.
You shouldn't be that horny. You shouldn't be trying things like that, especially on your lunch break. How do you explain that to your boss? And how do you go into the doctor embarrassed to let them know that you have sucked up something because... So, yeah.
So, I have a friend that at work... I have two friends. One male and one female. That at work, they literally... have to go on bathroom breaks and go masturbate in the bathroom. And I'm like, I get it. I love sex. I truly do. I mean, I've been with partners that thought I didn't because I can just control myself. If I'm at work, like, I don't want you sending me stuff about sex. If you do every now and then, it's fine. But I mean, like, on a regular, that's our thing that we do. No, if you're going to send it, like, I'm a very strategic person. And the reason why I'm able to not cheat and do all of these things is because I don't indulge in it, right? If you're going to send me something like that, send it my last hour of work so I could be on my way home. Don't send it at the beginning of my shift and then I got to sit there and figure out how the fuck I'm going to keep my job for 8 hours because I can't function. All I'm thinking about is whatever you sent me, you know?
Wanting to go to the car real quick.
Yeah, like my mind is not regular. My mind goes when it goes and it will not stop until I satisfy whatever it is that I want. Hence my shopping problem and everything else. I want what I want. So don't be sending me no shit like that.
Sex on the job ever.
Have I had sex on the job ever?
I'm saying, have you coworkers or anything like that on the job? For me, that's a hard no for me. That's one of my hard no's because I'm so iffy. I could roll over and say I don't want to fuck with nobody the next day ever at all again. And to work with somebody like that, to go in and act like I've never fucked with you before, and that would make somebody so upset with me because I'm real hardcore when it comes to that. Like, I'll act like I don't know you. Period. I could walk in and say, I've done some stuff, and boom, 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 and now I'll be in there like this. What's happening, homie?
So, when I worked at Tommy Hilfiger.
Uh-oh.
When I worked at Tommy Hilfiger, there was a manager, and the manager, so I did with the manager. But with this particular manager, he was cool as shit. When we was at work, we gave each other innuendos. Like, it made the shift go by faster, but it was cool. He was not African American. I will say that. That was my first interracial relationship, if you will. And I did. But that was in my early 20s. But I did.
I've never messed with anybody outside of my race.
I did.
Listen,
and it
if
was
I don't
horrible.
work out this time without black men, I'm going to another race.
Horrible.
If I don't work out this time with black men,
I am.
This is my last try.
I always said that if I ever, and God forbid, God please, I don't want a divorce. I sincerely love my whole husband, even if he is batshit crazy. Amen. Because I'm batshit crazy too. But
take two bad shits to know two bad shits.
I'm just saying, I don't make it like he's crazy by himself. I'm crazy too. Anyway, that's a whole nother segment. But yes, I did do that with somebody outside of my race because I feel like black men have this incredible talent. And I felt like I would not be able to function if I saw people flirting with them all day because we literally worked in the same store. So to see something like that all day, I wasn't willing to do it. And that was like one of my 4 experiences with somebody outside of my race. But I couldn't do it with somebody inside my race. And
I'm going to tell you. No,
I'm going to tell you. I was like, if that ever happens, so I try not to say the word because I sincerely don't want it to happen.
Me either.
At all. I just don't. But if that were to ever happen, I would not believe in black men anymore. And that's a whole separate show, but ooh. If you know me, you know. If you know our story, you know. If you know how amazing he was, you know. So if that happens to come to an end, he's ruined it for all black men with me. I'm just saying. Except for maybe. It's always a caveat. I forgot. Okay, so we've had a pre-discussion. And so, whatever. This is about sex. So, yes. I think that I have not met another race that's as good at putting it down as black men. But I have met ones that are more romantic, more intimate, more everything else. So it made up for it, kind of. It's like a balance.
What is your turn on for sex? Like, what is your thing that drives you crazy, that makes the hair stand on your arm when you get ready to get down?
Rose says she got one more to get. That's it. Twin, you already know.
One more.
Already know.
One more.
Twin, you know. So, my turn on is I have a couple. I like my butt being rubbed. Like, you know, when you go to sleep, like a baby loves their back rub. I like my butt being rubbed. Another one is being snatched. And then, like, I like when you're on your way home and you be like, I'm on my way home. I need you butt naked on the stairs, legs. Oh, yeah, I like direction.
Ooh, direction.
I like direction.
Direction is always nice.
Yeah.
Direction is always nice. Me, I like to get bit. Bite me. Suck on me. Suck on me. Yeah, suck on me. If you suck on me, oh, that's a turn on. It makes me wetter than I don't know what. It's out of this world. Like, please, like, bite me a little bit. But don't bite me in the wrong places. Like, I like to be bit on my neck. Like a fucking
and not like a garanimal. Like, oh, here's a nibble with a little bit of suck, like a bite and a suck, like a. You like that. It has to go like that.
You can leave marks all over my body. I love that shit. I love it.
Yeah, because it's memories.
I don't even know if it's memories. I just like it. I just caught up in the moment. Like, just suck on my body. That's it. Just suck on me. If you suck on me, I'm good. You don't even have to have sex with me. Just suck on me.
So that was going to be my next question. Are you okay with all of the things that lead to sex, but then not having sex?
Yeah, you know, one time in my life, I had a guy who made me wait 90 days. He made me wait 90 days. This before, you know, even before that, Steve Harvey, whatever, he made me wait 90 days. And I'm like, 90 days. Like, I want the dick today. But he made me wait for the dick. And I was like, that made him stand out. You know, because most of the time you can get the dick from however you want to get the dick. If I sit up there and call the nigga right now, like, I want some dick right now, and I'm talking about a new, you know, a new, he'll be like, all right, come get the dick. You be like, it's that easy?
Right. I need a little bit of a fight.
Yeah.
A little bit. Don't go
like, make sure your dick is worth something too. You know how you want to make sure I'm worth, make sure your dick is worth something too. You don't got to give it up because I said, let me see your dick, and just hold back a little bit. That make me feel like, wait a minute.
Like I'm getting something.
He playing hard to get to. Like, okay.
A little bit of cat and mouse game.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do that.
Mm-hmm. I think women like a little bit of a challenge too because times are different, right? Before it was already set up. The woman wouldn't make anything. The man goes out there and works. So he does the hunting and gathering type of thing. And then the woman sits at home and she makes all the magic happen. Yeah. But these days we're out there in the rat race, right? So a part of that is in us now because we're fighting for that promotion. We're fighting for that business deal. Absolutely. Things like that. So now that's a part of us that's competitive and kind of feeds our ego, feeds our being as well because you like, I like having to fight for that a little bit, even if it's a new position or a new place that you're having sex or something like that. We want that. Oh, you're not gonna give it to me right now? Mm-hmm. I bet y'all get it right now. We like that too. Yeah. Because we're in a different place mentally, so it's opened up a whole different scope of the possibilities that we can be fulfilled with too.
Sometimes we feel like chasing a cat too.
I do.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I don't feel like it right now.
Oh, you gonna make
Who don't feel like it?
And you gonna make me work for it?
No problem. Bet. I'll be right back.
I know your spot. And that's what I'm saying. Like, know your spots. Like, know his. Because the man got a spot, too. Mm-hmm. Ladies, we got to remember, they have a love language, too. Like, it's not always them trying to, like, touch us.
About you.
Yeah, because, I mean, you know, we get lost in that. Like, sometimes we always feel like they need to engage. And I'm guilty of this, too. Like, sometimes I need to engage on my man. And, you know, indwell in him too. So
they want it all the time. It's so easy to.
I should walk in the house like, pull them pants down. I want to see that dick right now. Like, you know, I should be a little aggressive on him too. He'd be like, what? Like, what? He'd probably feel like, you want this? Like, hell yeah, I want that. Like, pull them pants down.
Right.
He'd be willing to give up the dick. He'd be like, shit, hold up. Like, you like all of this? I like all of that. So I guess we got to be a little bit seducing and calling in too, checking out, like, send me a little dick pic real quick while I'm at work. Would you solicit that? Would you? Do you like dick pics that you ask for, or like you get surprised with?
So, before marriage, I didn't like them if I didn't ask for it because they just come in abundance. Like, calm down. But from the person that I'm with, again, because of the work that I do and how I am, please don't send it at the beginning of my shift. Like, you going to have me quitting my job, leaving work, trying to get to you. Yeah, ready to go, and I can't fucking function. Unless you plan on rolling up to the job on a lunch break. That's the only way that'll be okay.
You talking about pull up.
Pull up. Send it closer to the end of my shift. Unsolicited. Solicited, if I send it at 8 in the morning, and on that particular day, I need a little pick-me-up. I need you to send what I asked you for. The same way, if you ask me for something, I, as a married woman, I would send it. I would send it to my husband. Before marriage, ain't no footage, ain't no pictures, ain't no nothing out there from Asia.
So, let me ask one more question. When you get under the liquor, anything like that, because like when I get under the liquor, I feel like I'm sexy. This is when I want to take pictures and, you know, like, know, like I'm feeling myself.
Right.
So is this when you're feeling yourself and you decide, let me send him a little picture right now?
Absolutely.
Because you ready for him to come what?
I need you to beat it up.
Finish it off.
I need you to put it down. I need you to text me when you getting off the freeway so I could literally run down the stairs and be spread eagle right there at the entrance. That's what I need. That's what I like. My biggest turn on is being snatched. Because I'm such a boss in all these other spaces, I don't want to be a boss in my marriage. I don't want to be a boss at home or in my relationship. Like, I want to be able, I actually crave being submissive. Because in that particular space, you don't have to figure everything out. You can just do what they want. You can just be. And a lot of women at this point, because, man, we are tired. We are so tired of having to have everything done, that in that space, we welcome being snatched up. We welcome interrupting our day. We welcome, if we're not in the middle of a conference call and we're just working, we welcome you closing the laptop. We welcome you coming into the home office and snatching us out of that chair, bending us over that desk. We welcome a lot of things. We welcome, hey, I need you to pull over right here on the freeway. It's a particular hotspot that I have. I need you to pull over right here, right now. Like, I cannot wait. I need you to do it right now.
Take me to the drive-in.
We welcome that.
Let's do some stuff at the drive-in.
That's on my bucket list.
Is it? Girl,
it is. But they closed the one right here. So
the one in Montclair is right on open.
I thought they closed it.
Girl, Tiki is open. Go on over there and get your son.
Go
over to Tiki and get your son. You can get your son at the Tiki.
Let me tell you. So I just so happened, Mark had made a reservation after the house fire. I was super fucking stressed out, and one day he called and he was like, babe, I'm coming to get you. I'm going to take you out. This is before we got married. I'm taking you out. I need you to relax. And I'm like, you know, I don't really do that, but okay. I trust him, Asia. Stop. You know, just go ahead and let him do it. So he took me to the goddamn Pomona house tub. The hot tubs.
You like, no.
When I got there, I was like, I literally have never been here. Pomona native. Never been there.
I've never been there either.
Late 30s. And he got the most beautiful one. He's done some amazing things. But I thought that was so sweet because in my head, all I'm thinking is my whole ass uncles, my whole ass cousins.
Up here talking about these tubs.
Talking about these hot tubs while I'm growing up. And then I really enjoyed myself.
Either.
I really enjoyed myself. It was very therapeutic. It was very thoughtful. And the next month they closed.
Now I have been to the snooty spots with the tub in there.
So, it's certain things that a hood chick has on her bucket list, right?
Is the snooty fox a bucket list?
It's a bucket list item, and I don't care how many degrees you get, how sophisticated you become. That's in the boardroom, not the bedroom. Don't get the two fucking confused. Be yourself and live your life. And men, treat your woman like she's a woman when she comes home.
Take her to the snooty fox.
Take her to the fucking snooty fox.
And get her the hot tub.
That's a memory that you can never release.
That is too
I
much.
never in my life thought that I would go there. And one of my exes, like, not the last one. So please don't be, he don't have social media, but please don't be running up to him telling him that I said anything, because I already had a pre-talk with him, by the way. And don't run up to my husband either. But this was another ex that was like, I got an idea. And I was like, what's the idea? And he was like, let's go over here. And I was like, the real one? He was like, you're interested? I was like, most men would get a lot of what they want if they just ask or just try it. I was like, hell yeah, I want to go. I was like, I believe it's real.
Take it to the fox.
I was like, I want to see what it looks like.
Today. Oh my goodness.
I didn't believe it was real. I thought it was fake.
So the ones with the mirror up above. They got the mirror up above.
Oh, we have to hold everything.
Oh my goodness.
We have to hold everything.
That's how you know when you go to the snooty.
I spent more time laughing until the
Brown.
drink finally got into my system. Once the drink got into my system, oh, honey, I used that mirror. Baby, listen. But let me tell you something I didn't do. Because I don't have no sense. I didn't never walk around barefoot.
No. Don't do that.
I was like, listen, I still got limits. But I had a good old time. I think that in California or wherever your native place is that you're born, if there's some places that are a little bit risque like that, a little bit the places that you technically wouldn't, stop worrying about your image. Worry about being yourself. Now, I get it. In certain fields, you do have to be concerned about your image. Like, yeah. I have a nonprofit, and obviously for my girls, what people don't know, but the parents know and the girls know, I'm 900% honest and I'm 900% transparent. So none of them will ever turn on anything and see anything different than who the real Miss Asia is. That's 900%. However, you got to think about funding and all these different stuff. That's aside. But I have made the cognizant decision that for me, it's all about living my life and being okay with being myself. I've never got to be Asia. I've got to be a wife. I've got to be a girlfriend. I've got to be a stepmom. I've got to be a TT/mom, a daughter, all those things. But I want to be just myself. And a huge part of that particular space includes sex. Mm-hmm. It just does. Because I, again, say so much for marriage that now, hell, I forgot some of the stuff. And I just want to enjoy myself. And I want to enjoy the rest of my life. I worked hard to get to this point. I did my part. We're going to move forward. So anybody that doesn't agree with it, I've said two things all the time. And I'll say them from the beginning. I'm the one with the nonprofit and your kid is the one who needs help. If you don't want your kid in my nonprofit, take them somewhere else.
And that's it.
Period. Number two, I'm never going to compromise my career, and you'll never see me doing anything that's outside of my career. Other than that, I'm responsible to be Asian. And that's it. And I never judge or disrespect anybody else. So please support me on my endeavor to be myself.
Because I got your back, girl.
And it's going to be fun as fuck. Oh, no way. I'm just saying, and you should too. If you don't have friends around you that support that, go on and take them. Because I'll let you know, I have one that's an evangelist.
They're not your real friends.
And period. And I had a conversation with her. Right. Because we were in business together. And I let her know, you know, the different things that I wanted to do. And she was in full support of. So real blessings, they come. Baby, don't be afraid to be yourself. I promise. I was so afraid to be myself, Vanessa. I didn't want to let people down. And it just wasn't, it didn't have anything to do with, like, nobody funded me. I have the student loans for that. I have the hard work for that. But there are certain people in my life who are super, super important. My mom at the top of my list. My Aunt Lois, I got married on her birthday. My cousins, Sonny and Tanya and Bessie. Of course I'm going to name them. My uncles, Donald and Ronald. And then the legacy of others like Juggy and Akimi and Ashley. And I think I'll stop there because
all I love was.
Everybody knows that the anniversary of Ashley passing away was yesterday. So I'll stop with that one. But I've always desired to be my best self. But in being my best self, I didn't realize that I lost myself. But when you love somebody and when you're praying for other people and those blessings come through, they're your prayers. So you're just as happy. You should be.
Guess what? When you said you're praying for other people too, because those other people are praying for you too. The same prayer that you sending out for them, they sending it out for you. So if you send it out for one, and look, it's 2 or 3 others gathered out saying that, guess how many more is coming back on you? So girl, please.
That is an amazing feeling. Mm-hmm. But I needed to learn how to channel that. And the photographer at my wedding caught the best picture, my sister Cameron. She caught the best picture, and it was me talking to my Uncle Ronald, who, if you have that one that you're afraid of, that's me and Uncle Ronald. At my wedding, I told him, and you can see me having my fingers out, I'm like, I got my degrees. I live on my own. I pay my own bills. I'm the head, not the tail. I waited till marriage and didn't pop one out. I'm done. I'm done with your list. So I'm done. And I had to talk with Sonny. I had to talk with Bessie, my mama, everybody. I am good. So I am moving forward with my life. Those are the people that matter because those are the people that if today everything in my world crumbled, they will be there. Find your core. That's important.
That's very important.
Find your core so that you can live your life. I really want people to live their life because you won't see me posting a lot on social media because it's not real and you can't tell somebody how to live their life. I can tell you what I do, and if you think it's a good idea, you can try it.
And I have a good time with my life.
Like that drop and swirl.
You see?
I could have, died.
But you improved it and you fixed it to what... I don't even do drop and swirl no more because I'm a little bit...
Y'all gotta try the drop and swirl.
I'm going to bring it back.
It was Risha. Risha did the...
I'm going to bring it back.
She did the tutorial. In the class, and we fell out laughing. I'm telling you, all you gotta do is like you trying to like this the position to like give birth when you standing up. You stand over the man, and as you standing over him, you at the tip, and you kind of drop and bounce, but then you swirl all the way down, and you bounce and come back up, and then come back up, swirl all the way down. Yeah. So if he has a little pecker, it's not.
No, you need a little
unless you do
height.
magic.
You need a little height. Gotta stand up a little bit. He ain't standing up. I mean, the drop and swirl is not gonna work. So he gonna have to lick a little bit more. He gonna have to lick a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Licky. I know some ladies out here don't really like to be licked. So I mean, like ladies, when you don't like to be licked, like what's really up?
Don't like to be licked for what?
Like some people don't like getting licked during
like head.
Yeah, they don't like head.
Let me tell y'all what happened. So y'all know I watch my African movies. This what happened. So it was one where this the village, because they live in villages. The women were all the ones that were working, and the men had stopped working. So this husband was trying to get his wife to do something. So he was telling his homeboy, "I'm finna go home and I'm finna give her head." And he was like, "What? You gonna give her head?" And he was like, "Yeah, And he was like, "Wait, what's head?"
So what's head? Wait a minute.
I said, all these Africans got these damn kids and they don't know what head is. So he had to explain to him what head was. And he was like, okay, tell me how it works out. So he goes home and he asked his girl for some money or his wife for some money. And she's like, no. He was like, okay, I'm finna do X, Y, and Z. So when he do X, Y, and Z, she was like, so how much you need? How much you need?
Like, if you lick right, you gonna...
going around in the village, and she walking, girl. She's skipping through the village.
She happy.
Her homegirl come up, who's a hater, and she like, girl, let me tell you what my man did last night. So she telling her, and she was like, head, I don't get it. And I'm like, this can't be real.
Like, you don't understand what head is.
They didn't understand.
Do you call it something different?
No.
They don't have a different name for it.
No. So then the wife explains it to the friend, and the friend is like, I'm going to have my man try that because he got to do this. I can't believe that so many people don't know about things that we consider to be like regular. It spread amongst the village, and then that was the big thing to get the women to do what they wanted them to do.
But everybody don't know how to do it good.
No, they don't.
Sometimes you got some that just play with it. Like, why you gotta play with it? Like,
they got some that
like,
should literally retire.
You like don't even do this
something
shit.
Else.
Sometimes you be like, just don't even do that shit. Yeah, it do. It will give you a fucked up attitude. Like don't touch me no more. Like, I don't even want that from you. Just,
no.
You know what, fucking bend me over.
No, period. Because here's the thing, if you can't master bending me over, I don't know what to tell you. We have nowhere to go from here.
Nowhere. Because
that's like easy access. Like, it's perfect, and the girl usually does all the work anyways. Well, I do. I have a whole routine.
You like to ride. You like to jump up there.
I could do a whole bunch of things.
You gotta kind of get me in the mood first. If I feel like you getting ready to go to work, nigga, then I'm about to go to work on your tongue too. Like, I'm getting ready to, like, I'm about to be like driving like the Africans.
Staircase right there.
The Africans, you know how the Africans be moving,
and then they kind of switch and turn.
I'm coming like, hey, like I'm African. I found my African.
You do say I'm African.
I found my fucking African roots at this point. I'm gyrating like I'm an African, cause I want to ride your face now.
See that?
I see that step over there.
So that couch is perfectly positioned because if you
I'm
sit
glad I'm
middle
wearing
cushion,
some shoes walking up them steps because oh my
no!
God, the DNA that's probably on them steps. Oh my God. Oh, the DNA.
At least you know I'm clean.
You feel me? It's nice.
And that couch cushion is washed.
I wonder what's been going on that damn couch.
I'll tell you. He sits right there, and then I could use the rails.
I see.
I can use the rails to hold on because the back I could put my knees right there.
Oh, I see.
And then that's how we do it.
I think I need to get me some steps in my house. I'm gonna build me something. When y'all see me building something, mind your business.
It helps
okay?
me not to kill myself.
Mind your business. It's gonna be a stage right there. Like she got steps all of a sudden. Stage time. Action, bitch.
It's amazing. And then on the other side, like when you're going up, I use those rails. The rails is the part for me.
The rails really help. I mean, have you seen those chairs where you can sit down when you're riding the dick?
I did.
I kind of want to see if that really works. One. Let's see it.
I did.
Let's order one.
Okay.
So we can see if it really works.
I saw it and I was like,
oh, that's going to be good right
I need
there.
one of these right now in color pink.
Let's see. We're going to get one of them and we're going to see if sitting down on it really works.
Okay. Ooh. It looks like it does.
I want to see.
Because you know what it looks like.
Do I need something to hold on to in front while I'm doing it?
So that's what I'm wondering, if it'll like hold you up. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it. I'm wondering if it'll hold you up so what it reminds me of is like, you know, you have your toilet seat or whatever, and then you have the thing for older people that makes the toilet seat a little bit higher. So you push it over the toilet and then you can sit on it. And it makes it easier for you. So that's what it reminds me of.
Well, I really want to see if it really
So I feel like you could hold your ergonomically correct.
Because if it do work, guess what? I'm ordering 2 of them, bitch. I want to keep one
upstairs and downstairs.
That's what I'm saying. One for the go. You know what I'm saying? Like, here we go. We're going to keep this in the trunk. And we're going to keep this in the house. So, you know, when we go on vacation or whatever, it's in the trunk already ready to go. Pull it out and be like, fly.
That should be in your carry-on. Yeah. Never pack your good shit in the baggage or the luggage that has to go over on a plane, especially not international. Put it in your carry-on.
I'm saying, if you keep it in your carry-on, you might be on a plane trying to use it. Getting your
Every time I go international, my luggage gets lost, and I don't have time for all of that. I need it to be there.
You like, I need my little seat real quick. Have a seat real quick. Is that when flying first class comes in handy, where you can get your mileage, your Mount High Club?
Have you ever got a mile?
I have not got that yet.
I haven't either.
I think that's something that needs to work out. It's time to start getting some mileage on there.
So when do you do something like that? Do you do it on a red eye? At night? Like late at night because the airplane is dark and you could like cover up? Would you give head on a plane?
I give head on a plane. I give head anywhere.
Did you see that fool? The couple that was giving head while they was driving and they crashed?
Yeah, I give head in church if I could. I'm just saying, I give head anywhere. Anywhere.
So once you get married, the possibilities are endless.
I'm a daredevil. You know, it doesn't matter. Endless. It's endless places where head can be given. Just be willing. If you're the willing partner who's willing to accept the head.
Don't be all loud either, mister. Because if you're all loud, then you're going to blow our spot and we're not going to be able to do a bunch of stuff. Are you loud during sex? I am very loud, like 18 octaves higher than what I should.
No, I could be quiet. I could be very quiet. And
I can if you kill me with a pillow.
No, I think I could be I'm very quiet. And that's a problem for me because sometimes I want to be loud, but then I want to hear the sounds of sex too.
The sounds of sex?
I want to hear the juices flowing and the skin flapping and, all of that kind of stuff.
My husband said that once and I was like, that's kind of, okay.
Now, I mean, for people who need to hear things, like since I sing, I like to hear different components. So that part is very important for me to hear the macaroni and cheese slapping together. It's very important for me to hear that because it lets me know that I'm excited, number one, for the sex that's going on because that's the only reason why macaroni and cheese is going on because I'm excited at that point in time. Like, give it to me. Yeah. Mom, I hope you're not still
right. Can I just have the 1800?
But if you are, your daughter. Oh, well. I've done things.
Listen, moms, y'all didn't have us from not winning on. Y'all was doing what y'all wanted to do. And if you didn't get creative, we're not responsible for that.
I mean, I could be nasty. You know what my favorite song ever is?
What?
Nasty Girl by Vanity 6. Tonight. Living in a
oh my God! That is my shit.
World.
And I used to love it as a little girl.
Do you think I really want to be that nasty girl?
My God, Mom and cousin Tanya used to play that song and I'd be in the back grooving. And you know how they used to ask us, what do you know about this song? I would be like, I have no idea. Thinking in my head.
Well, she'd be like, try me, I want 7 inches more. She'd be like, that is not enough. Like, what? Give me more.
I've been very aware that I loved men and what I wanted love and even sex to feel like since the 2nd grade when I fell in love with Corey. I'm just saying.
Ooh-wee. When you know, you just know.
I told him I was going to say his name.
When you know, you just know.
I was like, I'm in love with you and we're going to get married.
Where did your best sex come from? Like sign-wise.
Oh, okay, that's good. Okay, let's do signs.
Sign-wise. I'm not asking a person, I'm saying sign-wise.
Woo! So let me tell you, my husband and my ex are both Aries. So
it's an Aries for you?
It's an Aries for me.
Man, I found out that Gemini is like my favorite sign.
So what sign are you?
Leo.
I'm an Aquarius, so I match really well with Aries.
So it's like
Gemini.
Leo and Gemini for me. So, yeah, but Gemini probably was my best sign that I've ever fucked with. Even though it kept me all over the place. Like, this motherfucker's all over the place. Wow, and this and that.
Because they have two things.
Just a little bit too much. But then, a Leo also has tamed me. Because to get the same reaction how I am. Even though I'm always told that I'm the meaner motherfucker. Like, why you gotta be so mean? Like, sometimes I want to be mean. Like, no, I'm the obvious.
Like me? How?
I'm the obvious Leo. Like, I'm mean. They say I'm mean sometimes. I know I don't.
Because you're too honest and direct?
Maybe.
Because that could be mean. Like, if you know you're dealing with somebody that's so sensitive. Like, if you don't.
Like, I'm honest. But I try sometimes to cover and be sensitive, who I'm talking to. But I think the Gemini fucked me the best. Out of all signs, I would say the Gemini did me the best.
Mine is Aries. So, do you feel like sex is better when you smoke or when you drink?
I do a combination of both.
You can only pick one.
I have to do a combination of both.
Nope, you can only pick one.
Well, then, because I love smoking more, I'm going to say smoking.
Okay.
That's always been my favorite go-to.
Okay.
I've been smoking for a long time. I think I've made everybody else smokers out of the bunch.
So it was this period of time. Rose said hers is a sag. A sag? Really? My biggest hope was a sag.
I am a mess. I can't say. I'm probably gonna get in trouble after this podcast,
sag,
but it's all right.
He was very creative. He was very sure of himself. But then the Aries came down and swooped in like an eagle and smashed the whole shit. So before I would have said a sag to twin.
I was gonna say, have I been with a Sagittarius? I think I've been with a Sagittarius before. He's a lover. He was a lover.
They're lovers and they're very, very not faithful. And
you know what?
And with no direction.
You know what? That's true. We'll try to wine and dine you,
as my auntie would say.
Wine and dine and think that they'll get one that they center everything around, but then they'll still go out and do everything over and beyond.
Like an Aries.
Yeah.
An Aries will portray something different than what they're doing, or they'll have their center and they'll make it very known that that's their center. And if you touch, communicate anything with that center, that you'll be gone. And then you have the one that's very, very sloppy. And that's because they're a baby in that world. And they just began to...
Leos are loyal to each and every person who they're to. It could be 1 to 3 to 5.
Did you say loyal to each and every one?
Each and every one they pledge their love to. They're loyal. They can have 2 or 3 people that they're very loyal to. Now, a Gemini, that motherfucker just gonna tell you whatever they want to tell you, and you just go along with it.
Because they're two-faced and they can't keep up with what the other one says. They don't communicate. Their twos don't communicate with each other.
Let me tell you something. You have love and hate between them two.
Right.
So it's a love-hate relationship. You love the one that you love, and then you hate the one that you hate, but you love that person all the way around. You like, I can't stand this motherfucker, but I can't deal without this motherfucker either.
Right.
The Leo, you be sitting up there like, this motherfucker's an asshole all the way around. Like, ooh, this is an asshole. I'm a true asshole. I'm a Leo. I'm all the way an asshole.
I can believe it.
Oh,
really, bro? I've been wanting to try that, but my ex didn't believe me, and then my husband didn't believe me. I've been wanting to try it. I'm afraid to die.
What do you want to do?
I had a secret compartment.
I see.
I took the candy dish off the table because it didn't match. But I'm like, I need something because this gun is about to break my $50,000 teeth. Anywho, I want to try it. You know what else I heard? Mushroom.
Mushroom?
Mm-hmm.
I never did a mushroom.
I never did.
I've tried an ecstasy before.
What was that like? I never had that either.
Now, ecstasy, when you go into it, you go into it the way you feel. Me, I like to rub on shit when I'm on ecstasy. When I say rub, I'm rubbing, and I want to have sex all night long. You be wore out probably the next day or so. You want to keep you going. You just want to do stuff. But if you go into it mad, and you going into it mad at everybody. You want to fight everybody. Hell yeah. So make sure when you do that, if you doing that drug, make sure you do it under love pretenses. Yeah, because you can go in there and you can be fighting.
So if you're having a bad day, that's not something to do to calm yourself down. Don't use X.
I haven't did it in a while. Because,
she's had the same thing. What is the difference between an ecstasy pill and a Molly?
Now that, you know what, I've never done a Molly before. It was offered, but because I didn't really know what a Molly does.
Right. Nobody can answer that question that I've asked. What's the difference between the two? I thought it was the same thing.
No, you can see it's like a clear pill with a black substance inside the pill. I've seen what a Molly looks like before, but I wasn't willing to try it because I just knew the colorful pills from the X. So I kind of like stick with the same things. And I haven't did that in a long time because the last time I did it, rest in peace with my sister, Courtney, we had did it in the daytime, and that's not a daytime drug to do. You're supposed to do that in the club and at nighttime. Because I was in the grocery store trying to shop, and I was running into all kinds of shit. Trying to drive a car under E is not okay. So I'm saying that is an unsafe measure. Don't do that shit. And I'm not telling nobody to do it, but it's very fun when you're having sex, though. I'll tell you that much. It is.
Does it last a long time, like on TV?
It does.
Oh my God.
It does. It feels good. That's all I'm saying. It feels good. But at the same token, you just got to be careful because you can get hooked onto those things. It do make you start to lose weight and mess with your teeth.
Yes?
Yeah, hell yes. A lot of things that come with it. Just be, if you're strong, step away from it. If you're strong enough to leave it. Pills ain't good right now anyways with that fentanyl going on. So
that was going to be my next thing. Is that something that you can be safe getting, or something that you should, if you want to try it, be safe and ensure that
right now ain't nothing safe. So
I heard that.
I'm not trying nothing outside of what I smoke weed. That's what I like to do.
Okay.
Weed and drink. You give me some Remy in my system. How Biggie said, ain't no telling what I fucking will I diss them, with the Remy in my system.
Philosophy.
Yeah. So my guy know, Remy, we having a good night.
That's crazy that, number one, nobody can tell me the difference between a Molly and an ecstasy pill. That's number one. But number two, Fentanyl has messed up so much for so many people that even if you wanted to try these things.
I've lost loved ones off fentanyl, so I'm good. Like, pills ain't even in my...
Oh, my God.
Sometimes I'm even watching the weed now because...
I heard that...
Yeah,
so it was one girl that put that she was laced. Hers must have been laced, so she ended up in ER.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. So just be careful. I know a lot of times they say sex, drugs, and, alcohol go hand in hand. And they do, because you have a good time on all three. Once you get the drugs and the alcohol in you ready to have that sex, and it's willing to go
right.
Uninhibited. So be careful. Like, I've done experience a lot when it comes to swinger clubs and things like that. Like being in Vegas, that's one of the reasons why I came back, because of my spirituality. Because being in Vegas, you get trapped up in a lot of different things, and it's not cool to be, you start seeing
lose
stuff.
Control.
Hell yeah, you can lose control. Like, say for instance, you go in there with your partner, you'll start going by yourself. You'll figure out, you'll start getting addicted to things. So, if you have an addictive personality, you shouldn't do certain things. So, I'm just saying, be careful when it comes to sexual activities, because addictive behavior becomes that. And that's how
Thank you for mentioning that too, because you're right. That's how cheating starts, because you have an addictive personality to begin with, or just so that it's not lost in translation. When you like something, you like it. That's an addictive personality. And you think that you have control, but you don't. If there's something, for example, I will say it over and over again. I love sex. If I could have sex every day, all day, I would. But that's just the reality. I know that if I could have sex every day, all day, that I would. Thus me cutting communication with certain exes. Thus me not going to certain events because I know an ex might be there. I personally want to remain faithful in my marriage. So you have to create the surroundings for what you want.
Absolutely.
And you literally can't listen to anybody else, because I've had people try to influence me to do something outside of that. If that's not what you want and that's not at your core, don't even introduce the other things, because if you do, it's already in you. And the reality is, it's a lot of women, even, people that know me, you would think that I'm very structured. It's certain things I wouldn't do. It's a lot of things I want to do. That's why I don't put myself in certain situations, because if I could have it my way, I have a fucking list. And if I could take every one of them motherfuckers down by the end of the year.
Say it'd be check, 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 check.
With no feelings. And that's the other thing. Sex does not equate to feelings with me.
Absolutely
so I'm
not.
a different type of female.
Absolutely.
I'm not stuck to it. I'm not stuck to my husband because of sex. I'm stuck to my husband because I love him and I vow to love him. You don't just fucking marry somebody that you don't want to be with. But is sex a part of the equation? No. Is he the best I ever had? I will not answer that question.
So she plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth because here's the thing. Everybody offers something different in different spaces. Depends on what you feel like on that motherfucking day. Especially once you're 40 and over. You have all these different things that you want.
Absolutely.
So it could be the person that's adventurous today. It could be the person that's sensual tomorrow. It could be the person that does this today. As long as you allow sex and that world to take over your life, it will. And before you know it, you won't have control over it. I'm not willing to let my life go like that. I'm just not. But the reality is, if I could fuck all day, every day, I would.
So Molly is more pure. And so like it's not. So you're saying like X got the more like cut different things like in it, because I think it does like have like.
What's MDMA?
We gonna look it up. I know for a fact like X probably have like some cocaine in it. It has some of this stuff in it. Yeah, it has different elements in it. Sometimes some of it has a higher. What's that one that Whitney Houston used to do that they said she did? Not crack. It was the
cocaine.
Not cocaine. The other one, the one that you shoot up. Heroin.
Heroin.
Yeah. Sometimes they said that some of the X has heroin.
So it's like a melting pot of all of the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So something has, so depending on what it is, like one of them could be like a hypey pill. That's what the ones in the Bay they be talking about. They're going hypey off the shit. So get you high, and then some other ones could be downers. So it just depends on which one you get.
It's just far too much for me.
It is. It's a lot. Like I wouldn't even trust the game right now with any of that kind of stuff.
Unless somebody actually grows.
I'm just stick to this weed and this drink. That's what I'm stick to. That's what I like. I balance out each one of them and be ready to roll just like that. Like I'm gonna give you good head. I'm gonna give you good get cootie cat off of the weed and the drink.
I'm gonna stretch.
Gonna stretch. Gonna hey and do this and this and that.
Right. Roll, yes, that is the Aquarius in us. So part of being Aquarius is being somebody that lives exactly what you say, or you shut the fuck up. You live your integrity. You try to do your best. You love with your whole heart, and you do everything you can until the wheels fall off. That is who Asia is, and that is not just in relationships. That's in family. That's in friends. That's in everybody. I do my very best, but a part of that is being very structured, to Rose's point, and having to discipline myself and cut certain things off. So it's so many things that I really want to do, but I just can't, because I know that if I do it and I enjoy it, let's just keep it 100. I make what I want to make. I do what I want to do. At this point, I don't have any kids. Only person that I owe anything to is the person that I said I do to. I don't give a fuck if he's fucking up. I don't give a fuck if he's acting right. I own what I said I would do. And that to me means more than anything, because at the end of the day, if it ends on this side or this side, I have to do what I have to do. Absolutely. That's the only thing that I have to answer for in the end. And so I'm going to do my best to do that. And so it requires you to cut some shit off. You got to be like, I can't do this, I can't do that. But it's a feel good, can't do this, can't do that. Right? So to me, the ultimate goal is more important than immediate gratification. I'm not okay with. I actually question immediate gratification. Like we talked about earlier, if you reach out to a dude and he's willing, so I literally, Vanessa right here, could reach out to somebody right now and say I want the D, and he will respond in 5 seconds, and I would have her here because I'm obviously not going to turn my phone around to put anybody else on blast. That's again my integrity. But to prove a point, I could do it, and she could see that nigga responded like that.
It's probably everyone in the world has somebody that can go on their phone and say,
especially
I want
females
this right now. Females,
especially females.
But males got that one that they can go to like. That's
but
my
she's not a
Hannah.
substance,
and she might be available. She might
she's
not. Depending on if she has
way.
a person.
Yeah.
If she has a person or not,
Yeah.
then that makes the difference.
It does.
So if she's not directly his person, then it is what it is.
I
but
agree.
He got a headhunter out there that he be like,
agree.
I could call this bitch right up
agree.
and she gonna make my nuts melt.
whether she got a synthetic wig and she's
all of that. She don't gotta have a look. It's
okay, so let me rephrase what I said. I can reach out to somebody of substance that can literally Zelle me, not Cash App, not none of that other shit. That could Zelle me racks, and I'll be okay. I can reach out to that type of person and somebody that, because for whatever reason, who is important to everybody else is important right now. If I showed you somebody in my phone right now, you would be like, like you said earlier, when I told you the particular person said, "Oh, they're still around." If you're a good woman, a man will always be around because you're a good woman.
Always.
But that comes with the discipline.
Absolutely. Look what time. We've been on here for 2 hours.
I'm trying to tell you this shit goes fast, but we are hungry, so we are going to wrap it up. If anybody has any further questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I appreciate you guys so much for showing up. Of course, I appreciate Ness, and the guest room is completely open to her. I might have to bump next week and have you back.
Look, I thank you for having me.
We gotta keep going.
Oh my goodness.
You see how
this is so fun. This is so fun.
So let me just say, as somebody who this is your first time with this experience, and you didn't even, so she got the full experience of me loving her and me knowing her for my whole entire life, so my house being open to her. But I didn't get to roll out the red carpet for her like I wanted to. I got stuck on a project. But how would you say that this experience with me has been versus what you kind of thought at the beginning?
Oh my goodness, this is so fun. Let me tell y'all. I didn't know what to expect when I came here, but because I know Asia and I've been knowing her for so long, it's just like doing what it do. Like, so I was like, whatever it is, we gonna fall into place because that's who we are. You know, we from P-Town. We hold it down over there. So we natives like that, and that's just what we do. So, and we gonna keep doing what we do because I feel like it's a lot more that we need to take.
Right?
We ain't talked about bringing women into the situation, maybe having boyfriends. Redoing things like maybe having a man. I want an extra man. Maybe he might need a girlfriend. My man might need a girlfriend. Right. How you feel about those things? Like letting it go like that. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to come back and have so much fun with AJ. I mean, we could make this happen. We could make this like a good ass podcast, like where we could do this thing right here.
So I'm thinking, as much as she is available, Fridays are completely open to her. I'm on her way home, or I got a guest room and she could stay. But look forward to seeing more of Vanessa. And so what I want to call out is that's the most important. So everybody, the feedback that I'm getting from the show is amazing. I really, truly appreciate the support. If you know me, you know that before I got to take a shot, I'm a little nervous. I don't want to disappoint, but I'm becoming more comfortable, and I'm choosing the right people to make me be able to be comfortable. And so I appreciate the support 900%. Is unmatched. When Pomona stands up, they stand up, and
we in this thing.
I can't even explain how it feels. But again, I have the right people, and it feels really good at the end for everybody to be like, it's been 2 hours, or, things like that. And so
we need to get that stool. We need to hurry up because I need to see what that stool do.
So
we gonna see what
that's
stool
what we gonna do. That's what we gonna do.
We gonna see what that
that's
stool
what we gonna
do.
do. And when we do that, we're gonna have, I think we should do a battle of the sexes where I have like you, Tony, Dez, and my best friend Ronnie. And we all do a battle of the sexes. Oh my. So I told y'all I can't see, so I put the camera.
Stand up. That's what we like to do.
Is it a cucumber or an eggplant? Like, eggplant is a little more on the plus side, and cucumber is also plus. It's just as good. But
make my mind wonder.
I'm just wondering. So I need a little more detail.
Give me a vivid picture.
I need a little more.
I don't want an actual picture. I just want some detail to the vividness of what we need.
Be descriptive. Use your words,
please.
Words are quite the turn.
Look, cheers to you.
Cheers. So I am going to end here very abruptly. I'm going to have her back very. I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too. You killing the shit.
Thank you.
She's killing the shit, y'all.
So we are going to end here. We are definitely going to have Vanessa back. Hell, she might be back next week. I'm trying to tell you, my house
whenever
is
she
open.
want me back, I'm back with it.
I'm trying to tell you. So we are going to toast to living your best life, being okay with having these conversations, walking away with best tips and best practices and things
Absolutely.
to use. We are going, ladies, listen, if you don't have the rose,
we need to make sure we get the rose. Make sure Kinky Couture is what you need to go on. Okay. Kinky Couture is the website. Her name is Courtney Reed. Get that. Thank you, Royal Blunts, again for giving me blunts to smoke tonight, giving me with this nice ashtray and all the goodies that was in my bag. I appreciate it. Asia has a good foundation and everything, but this is just me. So you know what I'm saying? I smoke. She drinks. I smoke. And I mean, I drink too. So you know what I'm saying? We cheersing tonight.
Period. So cheers and toast. And everybody have an amazing night. We're going to let you go because some of y'all wet. Some of y'all dripping because we've been seeing you coming in and out. So we know they dripping and that's why they left. They left to go and do what they needed to do.
Hey, make sure you suck a good one tonight. Make sure you look a good clit tonight. And make sure you knock it out the ballpark.
Stretch.
Knock it out the ballpark.
And if you don't stretch first, drink first. Because drinking,
it's going to take you all the way there.
I'm just saying good. So, good night to everybody. Thank you for my support. Thank you to my twin. I love you and you're next. And have a good night.
Good night, everybody.
This is something else. I'm trying to tell you, the time just goes by so fast. And
It was so fun.
Super.